Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Rob and welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. We're live here in Columbus, Ohio for the final show before Hell in a Cell this weekend, just 48 hours from this show. The final chance to build momentum before the big pay-per-view. Hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you drop that like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. And let's take a look at the match card for tonight. Starting off, Shinsuke Nakamura looks for a chance to get back in the win column against Mace. Mansoor will take on Shanky in one-on-one competition. Mustafa Ali and Jinder Mahal will be at ringside. And then the Brawling Brutes implode. Butch, Ridge Holland, and Sheamus battle in a triple threat match. And then Ronda Rousey battles Shotzi in a tune-up match. And then finally, big tag team action. Drew McIntyre teams with Xavier Woods to take on the Usos. Nakamura gets the victory, as well as Mansoor picks one up against the skyscraping Shanky. Sheamus wins the battle of the Brawling Brutes, winning the triple threat match. Now time for Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey. Well, this is a big opportunity in singles contest for this lady right here, Shotzi. Still relatively new to the SmackDown brand, but she's formed some sort of alliance with Natalya in the tag team division. Natalya has kind of taken Shotzi in under her wing as more of a mentor type role, as Shotzi brings the Tank out to ringside for her entrance. Shotzi and Natalya do have a shot at the Women's Tag Team Championships this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. They'll take on the team of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, but this is another chance for Shotzi to really prove what kind of competitor she is. She gets to take on the SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey in one-on-one contest just 2 days before the big pay-per-view. And Shotzi also looking for a shot at redemption for her mentor in Natalya. Natalya dropped a match to Ronda Rousey a couple weeks ago here on SmackDown. So tonight it's Shotzi's turn to try to bring down the champion as she makes her way to the ring. Shotzi has gotten quite a mean streak in recent months. She's let that mean streak come out, and it's kind of helped her develop as an all-around performer. I want to see her put the skills to the test tonight, though. She takes on the baddest woman on the planet, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. Rowdy Ronda Rousey. You can see Ronda Rousey in all her glory making her way to the ring. It's good to have her official model here on SmackDown in WWE 2k22. But she is the SmackDown Women's Champion. She has a big clash ahead of her on Sunday against Charlotte Flair. But Ronda Rousey can't overlook Shotzi here tonight. And I don't think Ronda Rousey is going to as she marks her way into the ring. And we get ready for this one-on-one contest. Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey here live on SmackDown. And here we go. The bell is rang and both competitors make their way to the center. As Ronda Rousey gets a couple of opening shots. But as Shotzi is the first big move, an ice back suplex. Ronda Rousey lands high across the shoulder blades. Well, this is a very interesting match for Ronda to take tonight. 2 days from now, she will be locked inside Hell in a Cell versus the former Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. And instead of getting ready, instead of warming, make sure your body is up to 100%. Ronda Rousey took this match against Shotzi, as Shotzi goes for a quick cover here on Ronda, gets one before Ronda kicks out. But Ronda took this challenge. She wanted to take it to both Natalya and Shotzi, but this could be you might win this match, but you might lose in the long run, as any damage you take in this contest is kind of hard in the span of 48 hours just to get back to 100%. So not sure if this was wise of Ronda Rousey in the long term, but she is a fighting champion. She wasn't going to back down from a challenge. And Shotzi is bringing it to her in this opening contest. Shotzi has gotten a lot of offense in here on the champion. Looking very good in the early going. Natalya at ringside is also pretty impressed. And now Shotzi looking in a submission here on Ronda. Ronda's feet are close to the ropes. And Ronda will power out of it pretty early in this matchup. But Shotzi looking to wear down the champion. It's taking it, hey, I got some submission moves in my own arsenal. This is also a very interesting match for Shotzi to take, as Shotzi has a tag team match this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. Her and Natalya get to face off for the Women's Tag Team Championships against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. The titles will be vacant no longer come this Sunday, but instead of having like a tag team match to kind of get the final straws in, Shotzi wanted to take on Ronda one-on-one. She said, I wanted some revenge for my mentor in Natalya, who Ronda did knock off a couple weeks ago. But Shotzi, maybe redemption has clouded her eyes, and maybe instead of trying to tune up for this pay-per-view, she has tried to take it one-on-one with the champion, which, you know, in a singles contest, this could go a long way in improving your stock. But if you and Natalya are really serious as a team, as there's another nice back suplex on Ronda, maybe a tag team match would have been better in the cards. But Shotzi is still a very young performer. She's still growing in her own right. So maybe time will tell. Maybe Natalya will bring some of that experience to Shotzi, who just got roundhouse kicked right to the face. And now Ronda stomping away on that right arm. Has Shotzi down on the mat. You know what she's trying to set up for? That arm bar submission that won her the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now Natalya talking some trash at ringside, momentarily distracting Ronda, but not for long, as she goes for a pinfall here on Shotzi, but only gets a count of 2. Ronda continue to look down on Shotzi. Only won the title at Backlash, so this will be her first pay-per-view or first title defense period when she puts it on the line inside Hell in a Cell. Ronda never been inside Hell in a Cell as well. She never had a match inside the structure, while Charlotte, on the other hand, has been victorious in Hell in a Cell, participated in the very first ever women's Hell in a Cell match, and was the winner in that contest, was able to gain the Raw Women's Championship. So Charlotte Flair might have the advantage inside Hell in a Cell. Maybe Ronda had the advantage in a submissions match, but I think Hell in a Cell plays to Ronda's favor. He's in a little bit of trouble here. Shotzi just hit a senton off the top rope. Now gets 2, but Ronda kicks out just in time. Shotzi very close to putting away the champion. Meanwhile, Natalya has introduced a steel chair into the equation. Remember, this is no DQ, but a chair against Ronda would wear her down in time for the pay-per-view, while Charlotte Flair looks on in the back. Charlotte does not have a match tonight. Charlotte, we do hear, is in the building, so she is live here in Columbus, Ohio. Not sure when Charlotte will make an appearance, but she is, for the first time since Backlash, in the same arena as Ronda, so you probably, you know, she's probably licking her chops in the back as she watches Ronda get worked down on here by Shotzi. Ronda looking to get back in this contest, gets back to a vertical base, dumps Shotzi over to the apron, shot to the face, and a nice drop kick knocks Shotzi off of the apron, and Ronda not going to waste any time, going to go to the outside, celebrates in front of the Columbus, Ohio faithful, and now looks to do some damage on the outside. Still got plenty of time to work with in the count, as Ronda just stomping away on Shotzi right in front of Natalya. Natalya watches on as Shotzi gets stomped away at. Has yet to get involved in this contest other than a little bit of trash talk, as Shotzi actually goes over the barricade. What an Irish whip there by Ronda, sent Shotzi all the way into the WWE Universe. Ref now up to a count of 6, but Ronda will break the count. She'll meet Shotzi as she makes her way over the barricade. Now gets a gut wrench. It hits her with a gut wrench powerbomb there on the outside. That's going to do plenty of damage, as Ronda's starting to look good here in the late goings of this match. Now just looking, I guess, to create some separation. She's going to stalk Shotzi all the way around the ring. Very interesting strategy here. Natalya right there in her face, and Ronda just blows right by her. Natalya doesn't offer any sort of, you know, opposition, as Ronda just marched around the ring and then just got in the ring. Maybe sending a message to Shotzi that, hey, you know, I can keep you down for a long time. I don't mind getting some laps in during this match. So maybe a little bit of trash talking, or trash action, I guess, there from Ronda. Now Shotzi, though, has Ronda against the rope. Maybe that lit a fire inside of the green-haired warrior, as now Shotzi has Ronda down the mat. Ronda quickly back to her feet. Hip tosses Shotzi down. This is not where you want to be. Armbar is locked in, but Shotzi is close to the ropes. Quickly gets a foot underneath it. And now Ronda instead will go for the cover now. Gets 1, 2 on Shotzi, but Shotzi does get that left shoulder up. Very good ring awareness there by Shotzi to get a foot underneath the rope. Knew that that was going to break the pin. Don't sit in the armbar any longer than you have to. But Ronda continues to maintain control in this matchup. Going to go up to the second rope now. Celebrate in front of the fans. I don't know if I fully agree with that. You might as well put Shotzi away. You have her down on the mat as Ronda continues to work away on those arms, just trying to get Shotzi into better ring positioning now. And now pulling away on the left arm. Doesn't matter if it's the left or the right. Rousey is going to do damage, but Shotzi does counter. Dumps Rousey back down to the mat, trying to get back into this matchup. Kick to the midsection now, as Ronda looking to hit a suplex, but Ronda slips out the back. grabs from behind. It's a German suplex of her own on Shotzi, brings her now into the center of the ring. Ronda may be starting to line up for that armbar submission. Instead, though, going to get her on her shoulders, looking for Piper's Pit, and she connects with Piper's Pit. Shotzi crashes down hard to the mat. Ronda going to roll over. This could be enough to get the victory. Gets 2. And yes, it's enough to put away Shotzi. Ronda Rousey gets the win off of Piper's Pit in a pretty back-and-forth contest. Shotzi looked good in this contest, but it wasn't enough, as there's a nice slice spread there from Shotzi in the early going. Almost put her away with that senton, but Rousey was able to come back. Didn't take too much damage in this contest, so I think Rousey got away in the best case scenario. She celebrates in the ring, but hold on a second. That's Charlotte Flair's theme. That's her Titantron. She is live here in the building, and Ronda Rousey says, "Let's go, Charlotte, bring your butt down here." But Flair from behind actually attacks Ronda Rousey, came through the crowd and lays out the SmackDown Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair gets a cheap shot, gets the upper hand here tonight, and looks to make her way towards the back. Or is she? Flair sees Rousey is down in the center of the ring. This is easy pickings, and Flair's going to take advantage. Grabs the steel chair from earlier and wears it out on Ronda Rousey, looking to inflict as much damage as possible. These two will be locked inside Hell in a Cell. Now time for our main event contest. Is a huge tag team action. Is making his way to the ring first. Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior, with Angela in tow as he makes his way to the ring right there. He has a tag team match of his own to prepare for. Drew McIntyre has joined the New Day in this fight against the Bloodline. And him and Kofi Kingston, yes, Kofi Kingston, they formed a tag team momentarily to take it, and they have a shot at the SmackDown Tag Team Championships this Sunday. They beat the Brawling Brutes last week in a #1 contenders match before the Brawling Brutes just went on and imploded. But Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston will team up and take it to the Usos, and despite the fact that they haven't teamed obviously for very long, this is a very, very formidable team, if I have to say. Drew McIntyre, you can see just by the way he looks, he is just a powerhouse, chiseled out of stone, as Pat McAfee would like to say. I mean, you step in the ring, it doesn't matter if it's tag team, singles, fatal four-way, triple threat, I wouldn't want to share the same ring as this man, as Drew McIntyre has made his return to SmackDown, and he is ready, but he won't team with Kofi Kingston here tonight. He'll team with the other member of the New Day. His name is Xavier Woods, the man who has a Universal Championship opportunity this Sunday against Roman Reigns. So an opportunity of a lifetime for Xavier Woods, as he has Kofi Kingston by his side here tonight. No Big E is resting up with his injured neck, hoping everything is going okay. We do miss you, Big E, but Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods will rock the New Day here tonight. Kofi Kingston at ringside, not only to support his friend, but maybe get some scouting in against the Usos, because he will have to step in the ring against their long-time rivals this Sunday. But Xavier Woods has agreed to team up with Drew McIntyre, maybe get some advantage over the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, making their way to the ring. The longest reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions in history. They are Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. Jimmy on your left, Jay on your right. They have been unstoppable since winning the gold at last year's Money in the Bank in July, and have held on to the gold ever since. It's victorious at Backlash a month ago, beats a triple threat tornado tag match that the New Day were actually a part of. So the Usos, they say that the New Day cannot beat them. It doesn't matter if it's one, doesn't matter if it's two, it doesn't matter if it's all three. The Usos have the New Day's number, they say. And have an opportunity to face Kofi Kingston at Hell in a Cell, but got to get through Xavier Woods tonight. But the wild card, the man you can't prepare for, Drew McIntyre, will also be involved. But it doesn't look like the Usos are very worried going into this main event contest. The Usos will face off against that man, Drew McIntyre, and Xavier Woods. The main event time here at SmackDown, and here we go. As McIntyre and it looks like Jimmy will start for the respective teams. And McIntyre right out of the gate hits a glass cow kiss. Jimmy drops to the mat, and McIntyre tags out to Woods, just sending a quick little message to the Usos saying, hey, I'll see you guys on Sunday, as now Xavier Woods gets ready for the biggest match of his life. A chance to knock off the somewhat seems unbeatable champion in Roman Reigns, who's held the Universal Championship for over 600 days. He's got to take it to the Usos here tonight. Usos will love to get a victory as they look to shoot the half here on Woods, but rolls them, fortunately, into the ropes. But not only do you want to get a victory here tonight over the over Xavier Woods and Drew McIntyre, excuse me, but this is some chance to do some damage to the both of them. And I think, you know, the head Us himself, Roman Reigns, might have given some marching orders to the Usos. Hey, if you can take out Xavier Woods here tonight, do a little bit of damage, maybe hurt the ribs, that will go a long way as his title defense on Sunday. As Xavier Woods is fired up, you can see hitting the splits and drops Jimmy to the mat, now stomping away on one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And here he comes again, Drew McIntyre back into the fray. And doesn't look like he is so worried in this contest. But Jimmy, maybe playing a little possum, gets a couple of shots in on Big D. Now Jimmy and Jay, while they might not be the biggest competitors, they have been tag teams since day one-ish, as they like to say. And it showed, arguably one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Them in the New Day honestly could be top two. But right now, Jay has the blood rushing to his head before he gets delivered down hard by a suplex by McIntyre, who has looked very good and a little bit he has shown in this contest. Xavier Woods now in. His partner, Kofi Kingston, is at ringside for this contest. Maybe a chance to not only support your New Day brethren, but Kofi Kingston gets fresh eyes on this contest. There's no better way to scout your competition than to be right there at ringside during their match. So Kofi Kingston gets a very good look at what the Usos could do, what they're very capable of come this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. Maybe prepare for a couple of tandem offense moves. Maybe look out for when they might signal for that super kick. I don't know, but Kofi Kingston is at ringside trying to gather as much information as possible. As now Jay makes the tag to Jimmy, the legal competitor. He's quickly going to go to the top rope. Xavier Woods is down in the drop zone. This is not where you want to be. Looking for a big diving headbutt, it looks like. Does connect. Now Jimmy into the pin here on Woods. Gets one before Xavier Woods does kick out. So this is your final chance also to gain some momentum going into the pay-per-view. You have to think the winner of this tag team contest will have the momentum going into Hell in a Cell. As Xavier Woods now has Jimmy and package drives him into the ground. Big move there by Xavier Woods. And now taunting in the face of Jimmy, says, I'm going to bring in Drew McIntyre. Jimmy meets him in the center of the ring, though. Takes him down with a quick Hurricane Rana. Nice move there by Jimmy. That's going to create some separation. He'll make the tag to the fresher Uso Jay. And has to go toe-to-toe with McIntyre. Beats him to the punch, but McIntyre does counter. Now has Jay up and lifts him up into a suplex. Look at the power on display by McIntyre. You're not going to be able to match that come Sunday, as he gets a nice suplex attempt there on Jay. As McIntyre has looked very good in this contest. Now has a submission here on Jay. Jay's foot does get underneath the rope. McIntyre, you had to think the end goal would be to dethrone Roman Reigns, but he's not. You know, he's more than content to help out the New Day. He respects the fact that Xavier Woods did technically beat both Usos in one night to get this Universal Championship opportunity. So McIntyre says, go ahead, Xavier Woods. I want you to win come this Sunday. While McIntyre and Kofi Kingston will have a shot at the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, but Drew McIntyre wants nothing else than to take it to the big dog himself. As now Xavier Woods is the legal competitor, knocks Jimmy off his feet. Actually, Jay, excuse me. Now Jimmy comes into the contest as he does make the tag. But Xavier Woods quickly there to cut him off. Looks to drag him to his corner, but Jay will fight out of the hold. As the Usos maybe on a little bit of the back foot here, look to get back in this contest as Jay has Xavier up for his own suplex and does connect in the center of the ring. And now maybe lining Xavier up. Don't know what Jimmy has in mind. Maybe going to look for that super kick. No, just a big right hand, a couple of strikes. Backs Xavier Woods up a little bit. And another roundhouse kick to the sternum. That drops Woods to the mat. Wood now maybe looking for that super kick, and it lands fresh on the button. Jimmy connects right to the jaw of Woods, but instead of going for the cover, he's going to go to the top rope. Is it time for the big Uso splash? And he doesn't connect. Woods gets the knees up. That might be enough to get his team back in it. As now Woods gets Jimmy up Woods a chance to take advantage now. Looks to drag him to his corner. Jimmy, though, quickly going to fight out, trying to get back in this contest. This is a right hand there. Now has a hold of Woods and hits him up with a big Samoan drop. Oh, wait a second, at ringside, Roman Reigns with a steel chair has attacked Kofi Kingston. This is going to signal a disqualification, but Roman Reigns doesn't seem to care, attacking Kingston at ringside. This match has broken down. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, it is Jay and McIntyre. Jay sends McIntyre into the announce table, and a super kick right to the jaw lays out the Scottish Warrior. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Xavier Woods all by himself now, and he's having to defend against all the Bloodline, doing his best, but it's 3 against 1. They don't care about winning this contest. This is about sending a message and softening up for this Sunday. How despicable can the Bloodline get? As this Sunday, though, it'll be one-on-one Roman Reigns and Xavier Woods. There will be no cheap shots. You got to beat the man in the center of the ring, and the winner is the Universal Champion. Also, we talked about the Usos going against McIntyre and Kofi Kingston. Now you've just pissed McIntyre and Kingston off. Don't know if that's a good idea, but the Usos are the longest reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We'll see if they can walk out of Hell in a Cell with all the gold still. Speaking of Hell in a Cell, the actual Hell in a Cell match, Ronda Rousey puts the SmackDown Championship, Women's Championship on the line against Charlotte Flair. We'll have to see if Ronda is 100% going into that match after the attack from Flair tonight. And then the Women's Tag Team Championships on the line, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley from Raw, Natalya and Shotzi from SmackDown, who will be the new champions, all leading towards Hell in a Cell. It is our next pay-per-view for the main roster. But the next episode is Worlds Collide, the NXT pay-per-view, the very best of NXT 2.0 face the very best of NXT UK. That'll be coming to you guys next week, probably on Thursday. And I can't wait to premiere that for you guys. Worlds Collide will be our next episode. But if you guys enjoyed this one, if you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.